When people hear processed meat, they picture a dramatic headline, then someone online says it is all overblown. What counts here? Bacon, ham, hot dogs, jerky, deli turkey, sausage? And why would slicing or curing meat matter more than the meat being red in the first place?
That distinction is the lesson. Unprocessed red meat is a fresh beef, pork, or lamb exposure. Processed meat is meat redesigned to last longer and taste stronger. That usually brings more sodium, sometimes nitrite or nitrate curing, smoke compounds, and a product people eat repeatedly in similar portions without noticing the pattern.
So, is the stronger evidence because processed meat has been proven in perfect experiments, or because population studies line up better? I want the honest version because people get stuck between one hot dog causes cancer and nothing matters because nutrition studies are messy.
Right? The fair statement is not that one sandwich determines destiny. It is that regular processed meat intake is easier to connect with population-level risk than fresh red meat alone. Preservation changes the exposure, salt load, curing agents, smoke-derived compounds, and a food matrix that often displaces beans, fish, poultry, vegetables, or whole grains. Dose is the adult way to think about it. A Sunday breakfast strip is not the same exposure as bacon at breakfast, salami at lunch, and sausage at dinner. The prevention move is usually reducing frequency first, then replacing the default with foods that bring fiber, potassium, unsaturated fats, or omega-3s instead of just removing pleasure.
If someone is standing in a grocery aisle, what should they actually look for? The package can say natural, uncured, nitrate-free, smoked, low sodium, turkey, or plant-based. Which of those words should make them pause, and which ones are mostly marketing fog?
Pause hardest if you have high blood pressure, heart failure, kidney disease, or you have been told to limit sodium. Processed meats can make sodium budgeting difficult because a small-looking serving may carry a large sodium fraction. That is not a cancer-only discussion. It is also blood pressure, kidney workload, and fluid balance.
What about uncured bacon made with celery powder? Viewers hear that and think, great, no nitrites. Is that actually a meaningful upgrade, or is it the same chemistry with a friendlier label and a farmer's market font?
Often it is not a free pass. Nitrate can convert to nitrite, and nitrite chemistry in meat is part of why these products are discussed separately. In the acidic stomach and later gut environment, conditions can favor formation of N-nitroso compounds, especially when the exposure is repeated and paired with heme-rich meat rather than vitamin-rich plants. But mechanism does not mean every short trial will show a dramatic biomarker change. In a 6-week randomized trial in healthy men, replacing much of red and processed meat with non-soy legumes changed choline metabolites, but did not significantly change low-grade inflammation or gut barrier proxies. Healthy baselines can be hard to move quickly, and cancer prevention is not measured like next-day energy.
That makes sense, but it also sounds unsatisfying. If inflammation does not budge in 6 weeks, what payoff can someone reasonably expect from replacing processed meat with beans, canned fish, or a more Mediterranean pattern? What would tell them the change is actually doing something?
The realistic payoff is stacking advantages. Legumes bring fermentable carbohydrate and fiber instead of sodium-dense cured meat. Canned fish, especially in brine or tomato sauce, can provide EPA and DHA while avoiding many processed meat exposures. Poultry or eggs can be transitional swaps. The win is fewer preserved meat defaults, not a purity contest or a demand to love lentils overnight. One caution, a replacement can be processed too. Some plant-based deli slices or meat analogs may be useful bridges, but still deserve a label check for sodium, saturated fat, protein, and fiber. If the swap keeps the same salty, low-fiber pattern, the biological upgrade may be smaller than the marketing suggests, even if the environmental story is different.
Who is the best fit person for making this a priority? Someone eating bacon daily, someone with a family history of colorectal cancer, someone trying to lose weight, or someone with normal labs who just wants a cleaner diet. I'm trying to separate high-upside change from wellness homework.
The daily or near daily eater gets the clearest practical target. In weight loss trials, higher adherence to a planetary health style pattern was linked with better weight and body composition outcomes, and reduced red and processed meat plus more whole grains helped mediate the association. Track frequency, sodium, fiber, blood pressure, weight trend, and how easy the new default feels after the novelty fades.
Where should someone not self-experiment casually? If they have kidney disease, pregnancy, cancer treatment, and eating disorder history, or they are on a medically prescribed diet, is this still a simple food swap, or should the plan be run through their clinician first?
Exactly. The latter is simple. Identify preserved meats, count the weekly default, read sodium and ingredients, then replace the easiest servings first. If you move from daily processed meat to once or twice a week and fill the gap with beans, fish, whole grains, vegetables, or simpler proteins, you have captured the main evidence-backed move without pretending risk is zero, fate is fixed, or every cookout needs a lecture.